Okay, let's try to get to the train station without getting run over.
Hopefully we won't get run over now I said that. £1.20 each for like an hour and a half journey.
That's quite good. So we're going to Ayutthaya.
Hello? Oh my gosh. Made it. Here we are. Ayutthaya. Let's go. We made it to Ayutthaya. How you feeling?
It's been very confusing.
That was a nice journey. We're going in Lisa.
Okay, bye now.
Bye, dude. We're in what is this? Like a minivan.
It's like a minivan slash tuk-tuk.
Ayutthaya, a short train ride north of Bangkok. This city was once the capital of the Kingdom of Siam in 1350. The city, surrounded by 3 rivers, flourished for many years and was an international trading port due to its strategic location. In 1767, the city was destroyed by the Burmese army and thus abandoned and never rebuilt. Today the ruins remain as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In this video, we will take the time to explore some of the many ruins that remain. We'll start by taking a tuk-tuk to the west of the area to Wat Chaiwatthanaram.
Hi guys, we're here in Wat Ratchaburana. I hope I said that correctly. This is one of the most important ruins in the whole Ayutthaya. Back in the day, they used to do religious ceremonies in this temple. It was built by the king, and it contains in one of those tubes over there the remains of the prince and the princess. So let's have a look. Look at this place, it's amazing. Just imagine it 400 years ago. All of this place full of life, being one of the main temples of the city. And I don't know, people come in here gathering for the ceremonies. Look at these walls, the amount of history that's behind these walls. So behind me is the river Chaiwatthaya, which surrounds the whole Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya is actually an island, And this river over here, it goes all the way down to Bangkok. You have to pay 50 baht per person, and also remember that you have to cover your legs, but you can rent or you can buy a skirt. Something we noticed is that locals actually like to come here dressed up as royals. So there's little shops that they rent these typical costumes where you can just wear them and take pictures here. Okay, that was a bumpy ride, but we made it to the next temple, Wat Maha That. In Wat Maha That, here in Ayutthaya. The entrance fee for this temple was 50 baht, same as the other one that we went before. And I don't know, there's something about this temple that just reminds me a bit of Teotihuacan, where we were before in Mexico. I suppose it's the ruin kind of style and the feel of it. And there's something that this temple is really famous about. We'll show you that in a minute. So a few days ago we were in Bangkok and we were in this temple, Wat Phra, and we saw loads of Buddhas like this, and I'm not sure what material they were, but they were all golden. But I can imagine, like, back then all of these Buddhas covered in gold, and like all of these places being like that big space in the Wat Phra temple in Bangkok. So, do you remember I told you this temple was special because of this reason? This is why. The head of the Buddha fell off the body, which is over there, and rolled all the way down here, and the tree just wrapped around it with its roots.
That is very interesting.
So this is one of the easiest temples to get to if you stay in the center of the city, because it's basically like located in the central area, the central park of Ayutthaya. So we basically went to the market, to the night market, and it was too late, so they were closing all the stalls. So we just got whatever we could. We got some squid in a stick, and we also got this kind of stuff. She said there is fish inside, but
Spicy.
oh my gosh,
Coca-Cola.
that is really spicy. But it's very interesting.
If anyone knows what that is, please let us know.
Yeah, please, because we don't have any idea. We just want to try things. It's like a paste of made out of fish.
Really?
Yeah.
Fish paste.
You try it.
Tastes good though.
Tastes good. Not that spicy. And it's fishy.
That's really good.
It's like a fish cake.
I
No?
like that. Yeah, that's really good. It's a bit spicy, but there's so much flavour in it. Interesting.
Tastes good. Hello guys, day 2 of exploring Ayutthaya. We're on our way to get some food from 7-Eleven. A sandwich or something to give us fuel for the day.
Someone's hungry.
Yeah. Look at that ruin though. It's just in the middle of the road.
The first temple we'll visit today is a short drive southeast of the main park, Wat Yai Chai Mongkhon.
Hi guys, we're in our first temple of the day. Here in Ayutthaya, we are currently at Wat Yai Chai Mongkhon. I expect to be saying that correctly. This is one of the few temples in the whole Ayutthaya that have ruins and they have an active monastery in the place. So basically this temple was built by the first king of Ayutthaya. It was not until 1950 that they started restoring it again, so it's not new but like quite modern. There's also a reclining Buddha, and that's not the original Buddha. That's a replica that was built in 1960s. Still incredible to see, but not as big as the one in Wat Phra in Bangkok. So to get here, we took a grab from the main area, the main park, to the monastery. It took approximately 15 minutes and it was 85 baht for the ride. And to get here, to actually get in the monastery, they didn't charge us any fee.
Good luck.
I was reading about the Buddhas. You see loads of Buddhas in every single part of the wall surrounding the cherry. And because this temple was renovated in 1950s, all of those Buddhas are actually new. In all the other temples that you can see just the ruins, you will see the Buddhas decapitated during the war with the Burmese. They literally decapitated the Buddhas, and you can't see that you see the bodies but you don't see the heads. Okay, so we just left our first temple and we're in the tuk-tuk now.
We had to negotiate the best price. It went from 200 to 120, so always try to get the best price unless you're happy to pay.
Yeah, so now we're going to the reclining Buddha, and I think that's actual ruins, so it hasn't been restored this is the reclining Buddha of Ayutthaya. As you can see, it's already huge. It's like bigger than the one that we just saw in that other temple. It's 42 meters long and 8 meters high. What we see right now is the image of the reclining Buddha. It depicts the image of the Buddha in his dying position and as he enters nirvana. And over there you can see is reclining on the lotus flower. So you can see this Buddha over here, which is a replica. It's covered in golden leaves. So it's believed that this Buddha was covered all in gold as well. And if you can see these ruins over here, it was supposed to be like the temple in Wat Phra in Bangkok. It was supposed to be inside of a temple as well. Obviously all the temple fell down, and this has been also restored in the 1950s. Some of the other temples that we visited, they have actual models of how the place looked like.
I suppose because it was the early period, there's not as much.
Maybe.
Information.
Like, there's no model in this one. Like, they don't know exactly how this looked like.
But you can see there's not a lot left of the structure.
It's impressive that the perimeters are still intact.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I'd like to know if these were actually. So these are semi-stones. I'm curious if these are the actual original stones, or maybe like this one is, and this is something else has been put there. I'm not sure.
So now we're walking to another temple.
Another temple. So before we'd walk this time, because take this off. Before we'd walk this time, because it's nice weather. It's not as hot right now.
And there's some shade.
Yeah. But we're just gonna have to find our way to the temple. So I think it may be one there. You can see a lot of locals fishing, and I just saw some fish. Look, there's loads of them.
I've been having fish for dinner quite regularly here. It is quite cheap. Like,
it's cheaper than beef. It's cheaper than more or less the same as chicken.
yeah.
Oh, there's a man over there selling ice cream.
Actually considered World Heritage by UNESCO in 1991.
Wat Phra Si Sanphet, built in 1492, was also known as the King's Temple and was used for ceremonies by the royal family.
So this is the temple Phra Si Sanphet. So let's take a look. So they believe this temple was built in the late Ayutthaya period, because those holes in the walls, they are used for the air circulation and for the light coming in, and that kind of construction started to appear in the Ayutthaya style later on. Actually have an app where you can see how the temple was.
Ah, that's
the
cool.
Construction of the temple. That's quite cool. So this one over here is the King's Hall, where he used to come and listen to the sermon, as all of this was the temple for the royals. So you can see the outline of the Buddha with bricks. This is the first time we've seen this. but maybe that's how it was, and then it was recovered with stucco.
Hello, mate. How you doing, mate? You a hot dog? You coming to say hello? Oh, he's like a lion.
Okay, so we're leaving the Temple Si Sanphet now, and we're gonna go to the next one, our last one for the day,
Yes.
because it closes at 4:30 and it's 3:30 already. So
We try and catch the sunset.
yeah, they all look so interesting. Like everywhere you look, it's amazing, this city. If you have time, you have 1 or 2 days to spare in Thailand, come to Ayutthaya if you're interested in all of these ruins, and even if you're not, it's just impressive to see. So we'll try and get to the next temple and we'll see you there.
So these are the tuk-tuks that you take in Ayutthaya. They're a bit smaller than the regular tuk-tuks in Bangkok.
Have to be very careful with your head.
Sawadee krap. So this one's called Wat Ratchaburana.
Ratchaburana.
Wat Ratchaburana, reconstructed.
So we are at Wat Ratchaburana. I hope I said that well.
So we're just arriving to the main pagoda. This one has been restored. And as you can see, it's in a lot better condition.
It was built by the king of that period in 1424, and it was built in the place where they put where they cremated his elder brothers who died fighting in battle.
Oh.
So not that long ago, in 1957, the crypt of the temple was looted. They took loads of images of Buddhas and artifacts that are very valuable.
Was it ever found?
Yeah, they found who did it, and they recovered some of them, some of the artifacts, but not all of them.
Oh.
So yeah, that was not long ago. I'm actually really tired, but I really want to go and see what's up there. There's our temple dog, guys. She's coming. Yes. This side. Yeah, so this is the crypt where all those artifacts were stolen. So it's interesting to see it from the inside.
And you can also see down as well.
Yeah. And up here, it's impressive. But there are actually pigeons living in here. So it smells like pigeons.
Look at this brickwork at the top. And then there's the main hall there.
She's so cute. She just has to gain your trust.
On top of the pagoda. Your friend.
How do you know we were here? Hmm?